we are going to dive right into a unit that I absolutely love, and first graders love this unit. This is our sun and moon, and before I start with our experiment, I wanted to tell you our objective for the day. It's going to be students will be able to develop a model that shows the changes in the moon over time. So you will be getting this book that says the moon seems to change. This is what you need to start your lesson by doing before we do our model. So it goes through all of the stages of the moon phases, as well as some other activities. This is one of the ones with the orange and the flashlight. That's another great activity that you can do, where you put a black X on the halo orange, and that would be facing you, and you poke the orange with a pencil, and somebody would have the flashlight, and as the orange is moving, you can see with the light what's happening with the earth and the moon. So that's a great way to start this as well. It's visual, and the kids love doing partner work. So this is a great book. You're also going to be getting The Sun, Our Nearest Star, another nonfiction. Next time you see the moon, this is a great one because the pictures are just fabulous.
Oh, wow, yeah.
They're real close up. They can see the different phases of the moon in this. And I believe in this book, it shows them the moon phases in the back. So it's a great reference. What makes day and night? And then if you decide to go to the moon, and this is a great story that the kids love, about a little boy that goes to the moon and what he would do. So before I get started with our model, I wanted to show you some of the things that I do in my class. When we start this unit, we always start with day versus night. And one of the things that they do is they create a picture. They get their piece of blue construction paper, you fold it in half. One side, they're going to draw 3 things that they would see in the night sky. The other side, they would draw 3 things they see in the day sky. Label their objects, and then on the night side, you're going to take some watercolor, real light black, let them brush that side so that when it dries, it really does look like the night. That's a great thing that you can do. They can write about this to have that ELA connection, and you can hang these up in the hallway, in your classroom, whatever you want to do with that. So that's one thing that we like to do. Another thing that we do in our class is we make a big replica of the moon, a big replica of the sun, and then they tear bits of paper. So for the moon, we normally tear, you can either do black or gray, and then for the sun, of course, you can do yellow and orange. So it's covered. You hang those up in your classroom, and throughout the unit, if they learn a new fact, they can write it on a sticky note, and you stick it up on the moon or the sun, and they have that for reference too. So they like doing that. Another activity is to track your shadows, and you would start that in the morning at like 8:30, and then they would draw the shadow with the chalk, go out after lunch, and again at the end of the day. See how their shadows have changed, and that's great discussion also, as to why do your shadows change? Why do they start short and end so long? Do you know why?
Something to do with the moon.
Something to do with the sun.
And the sun.
And how in the morning it rises in the east and sets in the west, right? So it's where the sun is, I'm saying moon, where the sun is in the sky throughout the day, right? That's a great thing to do in class. There's also a mystery dug for day, night, and seasons. And there's tons of sun and moon songs. There's a Brain Pop Junior. There's just endless resources for this unit, and I love teaching it. So let's get started with our model. I think everybody knows the Oreo cookie with the moon phases, and that's what we normally do. Is that funny?
That's funny.
So I'm going to show you a different one today. And this is something.
But can I buy Oreos and eat them?
You can definitely buy the Oreos and show them that.
Yes.
And then we can make this, because that is fun for them.
It is.
But this is another great thing that you can do. Now, prior, you have to have them know the phases of the moon. And so this is a great thing that you can do, and it's actually good for teachers too, because I forget the moon phases every year. So this is a great way to remember those, and you can have those in front of you. This can be a hat that they can wear in class. So what we're going to do, you will be getting some clear plastic cups. Okay, you'll need 2. You will be getting construction paper, and you will be getting, I think that's it that you will need. There's a sheet that I will share with you that has just the list of the moon phases, or you can make your own, whatever. But this is very simple. I've made one already to show you at the end, and I'm going to start creating it for you now so you can see just how easy it is. So literally, in that cup is just a cut piece of black construction paper, and what I did was I measured the construction paper up to the top of the cup. Now mine was a 9-ounce cup. This is 16 ounce, so it's bigger. I would definitely use the bigger ones, okay? Then all you're gonna do is you're gonna cut a 1-inch diameter sun, glue that onto your paper, roll it up. Make sure you roll it so that the sun obviously is not covered by the paper.
The sun or the moon?
Sorry, the moon.
The moon.
Gosh, I meant to do that white because, right? But I wanted to show that as full, so that's why it's yellow. But definitely you could do it white.
Yeah.
Because that might be confusing for them. All right, so that's all you have to do with your first cup, is put the paper in and make sure that you have glued your moon, right? Then, on the next cup, you will cut out and glue or tape a yellow arrow. And that's going to help the kids so that they know how to turn the cup, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place this cup
On the outside.
on the outside. Thank you. All right, so you see that. Then you're going to have your labels for every moon phase, and you're going to tape or glue again the moon phases around the cup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with my new moon. All right, and it's just a little label that says new moon. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. It needs to be a... So gluing the moon first gives you the guide to where you need to put your labels underneath. All right? So next is going to be your waxing crescent. And what I'm going to do is keep gluing these around. I'm only going to do a few of them so you know exactly how to do this. First quarter moon is next. And for the 9-ounce cups, they have to be pretty close to each other. For these bigger size, you can have some more space. That's why they're better. Waxing gibbous, and then I'll stop after waxing gibbous with the full moon. Okay? And then full moon. And after full moon, there's waning gibbous, last quarter, and waning crescent. All right, so you've got those glued. What you're going to do, you're going to take a black Sharpie, and where it says new moon, what does a new moon look like? Well, it's completely dark. So you are going to draw the outline of that moon, and then you're going to color it in so that it's completely black.
I love that they can actually pick this up and continue using
Yes, they can.
it to practice.
And it's really neat at the end when you move the cup. So this one obviously takes the most time. All right, so what I did was I just outlined that moon and colored it completely black. Now I'm going to twist the cup, and you're going to see the moon again. And then the next phase is waxing crescent. Well, what does a waxing crescent look like? It looks like a banana. So I'm going to color the other side. Using that as my guide. And you will see I accidentally colored some of that. But anyway, you're going to see that it looks like a crescent. Okay? We're going to continue, and we are going to go to first quarter. First quarter looks like your half moon. I'm going to draw a line in the middle, and then I'm going to color one side completely black. Alright? And then you move it on over, and then you're going to do your waxing gibbous, and then of course full moon will just look like that, and then you're going to continue around. So at the end, this is what you're going to have. This is the end product, and we're going to start over here with our new moon. just like I started before. So you've got your new moon, you're going to move it over to waxing crescent, so you can see that crescent. First quarter, so you can see half of it. Waxing gibbous. There's your full moon. We're going to move to waning gibbous. Last quarter. Waning crescent. And then your new moon. And it continues on and on and on. I think that's a great activity. Well, I just found this recently, so I will definitely be doing that with my kids this year. We've been doing the Oreos in years past, but I am excited to do that.
That's great, thank you.
You're welcome.